to my man David. David gonna kick us off today. All right. And look, the Western Conference, we got three top heavy teams in the West as far as record wise, right? But then we got some teams in between that's fighting for position. But those top three teams are not invincible. All right. There's some other teams that can actually knock them off. So Dave, we're gonna kick off with you. Who you got winning the West this year?
All right, so I had a long thought about this because Memphis has been on the rise. They've been playing really good these last few weeks, pretty much this last month, honestly. John Moran has been crazy. He's on like an MVP rant right now. He's definitely in the conversation to be MVP. But I'm gonna stick with Phoenix. I think Phoenix has improved from last year to this year because last year they were good, but then look at their record this year compared to last year. They are 52-13 this year, 28-7 at home, 24-6 on the road, 30-9 against the Western Conference. Devin Booker has only played 29 games this year. Chris Paul has only played 31 games, and they've only lost 13 games this year. They have an 8-game lead in the West. They're scoring 114 points per game. They're number 6 in scoring defense, which I didn't even know that until today. And they have the number 1 3-point percentage defense. So that means they're defending everywhere right now. And then against the games against teams that are 500 and above, they're 21-9. And teams that are below 500, they're 31-4. So that just lets you know that they're beating everyone they're supposed to beat. Now, the only issue that I see with Phoenix is that, of course, Devin Booker and Chris Paul haven't been healthy all year. And they don't have a winning record against the top 4 teams, with the 3 teams below them in the Western Conference. So they're 0-2 against Golden State, tied with Memphis at 1-1, and tied with Denver at 1-1.
I think they beat Golden State one time. All right.
Nah, they 0-2. They only
Okay.
play. They play.
No, they beat them. Mikal had 2 points. Remember, and they said it's the greatest 2-point game ever seen. They beat them the first time they played.
I don't know because when I did look at the record, said they were 0-2. They may be wrong, but I saw 0-2. But that's the only issue I have is that they don't have a winning record against the top teams in the West. But I'm going with Phoenix.
All right, Mr. Washington Wizard. No, sorry, my bad. It's Tom. My bad. Go ahead.
Oh, because I'm about to jump on it.
I was gonna say I'm going with the Warriors, like flat out. Even though they're just one of them teams, I feel like they can turn on the switch when they need to. Just take some notes from what my man just said. They beat Phoenix twice. That right there lets you know that they're prepared. They've been there before. Clay's just getting his legs up under him, no pun intended. Once Draymond comes back, they're gonna get that defensive force. Wiseman himself, I mean, he gonna slowly get back, but that's another threat that they have as far as defense. I've never seen a team with so much offensive firepower play defense the way they do. Like, it's crazy. But my close second was Memphis. I'm my bad, bro. I almost forgot about the Suns. Like, once you said all that, I was like, yeah, that was a good one. But Memphis, those are my Cincinnati Bengals if they make it. But I'm going with the Warriors.
That's where I was going with. That's like the Cincinnati Bengals of the West right now. I definitely agree with you on that one.
Yep.
All right.
Okay, I like the take, fellas. Now my take is a little different. I'm gonna tell you both what I got. So my head is telling me the Phoenix Suns, just because top to bottom, as far as the team, you got Chris Paul, Devin Booker, DeAndre Ayton. That big three right there should be able to get it done. And you got role players like Crowder, Mikal Bridges, Cameron Payne. Like they got a set squad, and you still got people like Landry Shamet coming off. So that's what my head's telling me. But my heart, listen, I'm going with the best player in the West. And everybody probably think I'm talking about Steph Curry, but I'm not.
No.
Luka Doncic.
I knew it.
Luka Doncic and the Dallas Mavericks. Let me tell you something. Listen, they're playing a whole new style of basketball this year under Jason Kidd. You got Kristaps Porzingis gone, so that's making more freedom for Luka and these other guys. Last year, when you watched them, he wasn't giving them too much confidence, like how John Morant do with his team. This year, all the role players, they seem confident. You got my man Spencer Dinwiddie in there now. Even though I couldn't stand him with Washington, I don't know what was going on there. But now he doing his thing. He taking pressure off of Luka for another scoring guard. You got Tim Hardaway Jr. You got to come back. Like, I know it sounds crazy, but I'm rocking with the Dallas Mavericks right now. They playing way better on defense. I don't know what changed because you ain't changed up too many players, but that's who I'm going with, the Dallas Mavericks.
All right, cool. Hey, Dev, you be having some bold takes.
Listen, you're right, though. You're right.
You know, you came out last time, and I think you said Darius Garland should have been a starter for the All-Star team. You got some bold takes.
Yo,
You got some bold takes.
Hey, you saw him drop 41 last night. 41.
So look, I like Luka. Like Luka and them been turning up these last few weeks, you know, since the trade deadline. And I know J-Mo said don't mention Dinwiddie. He's been a great piece for them though. He's another person that can get a bucket on his own outside of Luka. And so the Suns, I like the Suns. You know, they're no different from last year. You know what I mean? I think they just winning more regular season games because maybe the confidence is higher. They got better chemistry this year than last year. But it remind me of the same thing as last year. Like I don't trust them against an elite basketball team like the Warriors if they fully healthy. So I'm picking the Warriors. The Warriors, we got to realize we can't judge the Warriors right now. They ain't got Draymond or Iggy, two of their best defenders right now. That's true. Iggy been playing not like Iggy when they won the finals 2015, but he's still been playing okay. He knows the system. He got a feel for the system and everything. He's a vet. But Draymond's that anchor. All right. So the Warriors at the point right now, they're kind of similar to the Bucks. They just trying to get to the playoffs. All right. They trying to get to the playoffs healthy. Wiseman, he's right now he's playing in the G League to get his win back and everything. So he will be back soon. Draymond Green's actually coming back next week, I think. He's trying to come back next week. So I look at that, you know, and then Klay Thompson, he hasn't even erupted yet. I don't think he's going to be the Klay we see in the previous playoffs, but he going through a slump right now, and I think they'll pick it up in the playoffs. And the Warriors are the best defensive team in the West, all right, when they're healthy. And when you are in the playoffs, that comes into effect because – once again, when you're in the playoffs, 7-game series, you know your opponent like the back of your hand. It ain't like you got to play one team Saturday and the next team Monday where you ain't got enough time to game plan for this team. You got to play this. You got to beat this team 4 times. I don't see the Suns beating them 4 times. I love Devin Booker. I love Chris Paul. Steph Curry owns Chris Paul in the playoffs. He does. All right? And now I look at Devin Booker. He's a great man, I'm not going to say he's a super – well, you can say he's a superstar, but – well, he actually could take over a game. I like Devin Booker. You know, he's capable of doing that. You know, but at the end of the day, I'm going to roll with Steph, Klay, Draymond. I'm going to roll with them at the end of the day. I think they're the best team in the West right now, even though they're working on the show. And go ahead.
So the funny thing when you mentioned about Phoenix, about when you said that the Warriors remind me of the Bucks. If you think about Phoenix is just like the Bucks. Remember when the Bucks had lost 2 years ago in the playoffs, people thought that the Bucks was going to be one of the best teams in the East, but then they met Miami and got bounced out in the playoffs. The very next year, people wasn't thinking about Milwaukee because they didn't think Milwaukee could be the top team. And what happened? They went all the way to the East and won the NBA Finals. So I think Phoenix is pretty much in that same position.
You tell me,
record-wise, Phoenix is still top up there, and they went to the finals last year. A lot of people aren't believing in Phoenix right now because of what happened last year, and I think that they still have a chance to win just because of the chemistry that they built with the same team. Because they said the same thing about Memphis. Memphis built that chemistry. I mean, not Memphis, but Milwaukee built that chemistry and was able to beat everyone in the East and win the championship. I think Phoenix has the same opportunity to do so.
But even when like you was reading off your stats, right, and you were saying that Phoenix haven't really beaten nobody that is in the top tier.
That's
right?
true. That's the only thing that scares me. That's the only thing.
That right there. Yep. So that right there lets you know that once Draymond comes back and the Splash Brothers get the splashing. I seen somebody say something about Poole, like Splash Poole Warriors, bro. Like it's a wrap. I don't think Chris Paul ready for the run that's gonna happen this year. Like,
nah. And then you gotta look at like the Warriors got Otto Porter. You know what I mean? They got a dude from being Lisa, right? That's his name,
Gary
right? From the
Payton Jr.
Sacramento Kings. They got a lot of hungry players who haven't won yet. Plus, they core that already won. You know, so and Dave, all right, you talked about Milwaukee. If you tell me Clay get hurt again, Draymond get hurt, then you might got a chance. 'Cause that's how Milwaukee won. Because James Harden got hurt and Kyrie got hurt. We can't forget about that. And they lost in 7 games. All right, so they got lucky breaks along the way, which you need sometimes. But Kyrie and James Harden, 2 of your superstars, yeah, they got a lucky break.
And also with the Bucks, Chris Middleton showed up. That's really what's gonna stop the Bucks. Chris Middleton is their make or break player.
Yeah, closer. That's what they say, right?
He definitely is their closer.
All right, cool. All right, then. So let's go to the next topic. All right. So we got 1 Suns, 2 Warriors, and a Mavericks. I didn't realize nobody addressed the Mavericks.
Because this why I address the Mavericks, because y'all know.
We consider it as a joke, kind of sort of.
Y'all know that the Dallas Mavericks got a shot. That's why I address it.
No, but
Dallas is one of their last.
Y'all was basing a lot of stuff off if Clay come and do this and.
No, but Dev, you got a good point.
Clay haven't been that consistent this year. Maybe y'all just got to realize it's not his year. Maybe next year it's going when he fully come back. Even off of last year. I mean, Draymond Green's a good defender, but he's not the same. Back in the past, he was able to at least score a little bit. They don't need that. Andrew Wiggins is too wishy-washy for me. Otto Porter too wishy-washy. Jordan Poole. They second best guy, man. You know. It's just too wishy-washy with me with the Warriors.
They were
when Wiseman come back, that's going to be a big key part. Yeah, they were.
Yeah. But I like, if Luka get the right matchup, he will advance. Like, I think if the Mavericks and Memphis,
I think he's the best player in the West. So that's what takes you over the top. If you got that guy.
But I think the Mavericks play Memphis.
Yeah,
everybody had a bad game, man. Everybody had a bad game.
I don't know about wiping the floor. I'm gonna
go with Mavs. But I don't think the Mavericks could beat the Suns or the Warriors because of the team. Like, the Suns are a good team.
Yeah, I don't think they can beat Memphis.
Yeah.
I don't think
they're great.
But DeAndre Ayton got to do more than me.
All right.
Well, other than Luka, who else you got with Dallas that's really gonna step up and do something that good?
Jason Kidd.
They got a good team. You got Brunson, Dinwiddie, Tim Hardaway.
Tim Hardaway been hurt too. He's been hurt too, and they've been winning without him. So that's good.
I trust John Morant more than I trust Luka right now.
And the Mavericks have overachieved in the playoffs last 2 seasons to me. You know, they role players step up in the playoffs. That's one thing I could say. Oh, maybe it's the Clippers is a bad matchup for them, but in the playoffs, Tim Hardaway came in as nothing. I'm like, golly. But
that's true. That is true.
All right, so let's go to the next topic. Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.